Hello everyone, welcome to the nileshtechnology. So in this video we are going to discuss about how to fetch the data from the API with the help of useEffect and some built-in function like the fetch or XJS. Okay, so this is video number 24 of series is going from the basic to advanced. Okay, so before wasting any time, let's go to the VS Code. So inside this VS Code, I already created a one blank project. It's a hello program. I copied the first tab program, all the files from here and hit the npmi. Okay, now let's go to the folder 24. Start the server, npm start. Okay, so that it's started. We are using a one API like the Git API. So see, this is the URL. api.github.com/users. So this API fetch all the data from the GitHub users. So here is the lot of data. Okay, so I think there is I don't know, but yeah, from ID 1 to ID 46. So we got the some 46 data from here. Okay, so we use this API URL. Okay, and using the React, we try to get all those data. First we try to get the data and then properly we display all those data in the browser, in our browser. Okay, so I already provided this link in the description of this video, and for all those source code is available on a GitHub repository. That link is also provided in the description of this video. Okay, so the server is started now. Let's start to the program. Go to the app.js. This is the hello. Fine. Now how to fetch the data? We want to fetch the data from API on the first time of page rendering, right? Because we not fetch the API again and again, right? So with the help of useEffect, passing the dependencies blank array, we call this the API function only first time of page rendering. So on time of page rendering, we got all the data, and accordingly we display the data in our browser. So for that we use the useEffect. Okay, so this hook we are using with blank dependency. So this function is called on the first time of page rendering. Now I just define a one function, fetch data. Okay, so inside that function we are using a one try catch, because if for the any network issue or the any server issue, if you are not able to get the data from the API, then on that time we display some error message. So try catch error. So inside that try, so this is the URL. This is the API URL, api.github.com/users. Then const, we want to get the response of the API. So there is one built-in function fetch. Okay, so fetch function is used to get the data from the API. Manually use the try catch to handle the error or the exception. We already handled it. And there is another function XJS, AXIOS. So this is a promise-based JavaScript library used to make the HTTP request from the browser, and we'll use the XJS.get, XJS.post, XJS.delete. Like that we fetch the data, insert the data, delete the data from the database. But fetch is only used to fetch the data from the API. So the XJS is used to execute all kinds of API. Fetch is only used to fetch the data, like the only used for the get method for the REST API. And this syntax is very easy. So here we are not doing the any CRUD operation, so that's why we are going to use the fetch. For the XOIs, I will show you the all kinds of examples in some upcoming videos, so don't worry about that. So now here I'm using the fetch and just pass the URL. Okay, so we get the response. Let's see what is the response in here. I just print in here, and inside that catch I print the error. And inside that useEffect I call this function. So that function is called only one time. On one time means that on the first time of page rendering. Now let's see, save it. Yeah, so fetch is also return the promise. So inside that promise there is some data. Now I want to get the data from the promise. Okay, so how to get the data? So response.json. Let's see, response.json is not a function. Yeah, one more thing is that when you are trying to use the get the data from the API, then it takes some time. Why? Because it's totally depend on this server. Because if the server is maybe little bit busy, or that server is not able to available for now, so then on that period we get some blank data or some error data. Okay, or if there are some millions of records to the API, then it takes some time. Okay, so for that time we use the await and async keywords in here. So for that we use a await, and this function is for async. So async await is used combinedly inside the on any function. So this is the asynchronous function, and till that period means that till not getting any response is not goes to the next line. It is waiting to the period. So now let's see what is the response first. Let me clear this one and save it. So see, now we got the response in a promise object. So see, inside that there is body, headers, URLs, types. So and this is the prototype response. So status is 200, okay is the true. Okay, so we got the data in JSON format. Okay, so now let's convert this response to the JSON. So response.json. Now let's see. Let me run again. Okay, fine. So here we fetch the data. Now to convert the data into the JSON, we just want to the await, because for the conversion it also takes some time. So users is equal to we use this from here, await, and print the users. Now let's see the data. Sorry, run. This is the data 30. So this is the URL, ID, login, and other things as well. Okay, so yeah, we are successfully get the data from the API. Now I want to save all those API data into the state array. Then accordingly the state array, I am just use the loop and print all the data onto the browser. So now we use the states const users, set users, and we use the state. Initially the array is blank, and once we are able to get the data from the users, then we set the users for those data. So those all the users array is stored inside that state variable. Okay, now after this the hello, I just use the bracket and use the array users and map function, because I want to iterate that array one by one. So map and get the first object in here. Okay, and inside that we return something. So what we need to return, like I just pass inside, not inside the h1, for the h4 I just pass the users or the user. So let's see, is that user is printed 30 times or not. Let's save it. So see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30. So this user is repeated 30 times because for here we get the data inside this array, and that data is the total 30 objects. This is the warning of a key. Let me remove the warning. Okay, so now before that we just extract what data we required for the every object. We not required the all. So before the return we just extract the data from that object. So we are using the destructuring mechanism. So which thing is required? We required the ID, we required the login name, we required the avatar URL, this is the image. Okay, we require the HTML URL to link to that the user. Okay, so that thing is enough now. So for here return, we display the data inside the list. Okay, so before that we use the unordered list, and that UL is close here. So this UL fine, and here each li. Okay, each li we just pass the key as a ID to remove the warning, and inside that li we just first print the image src equal to, so we have a avatar URL, so we use this avatar URL as a image here. Alt equal to, we just pass the as a login name. So that image is now ready. Now the another div we pass the login name and the URL. href is the HTML URL. I just pass here the profile. Let's see. Oh, showing the image. Okay, we'll set the some specific width and height. Okay, image, so width is the 100 pixel. Okay, you can design it as per your way. Okay, so this is the profile is this one, and we use the some border for the each list. The border is the 2 pixel, solid red. Gray. So we reduce it to 50, and I think you can do it on your way. I just want to show you this example. Okay, so this is okay. You can set it border or whatever you want it, you can set it. Fine. So now this is the way to fetch the data from the API. Now the next changes is that if the API takes some time to the loading, then how we till that period we use here the loading related some things, and if we get the errors from that the API, then we are able to see the error messages onto the browser. So for that period, what we can do, so here I am using the loading related state, like the loading and the set loading. Okay, and initially the loading value is the true or the false, whatever. So initially the value is the true. So same thing, we need to define one more state for the errors. So if there is error, set is error. Okay, so initially the error is false, and this is the users. Okay, now we just convert this code. We said convert this the URL in outside of this fetch data. This is the asynchronous function. Now we use the try catch. We get the fetch URL. Okay, after that if we get the response, if I will show you the one more console before that. Console.log response. So see here, this is the response. So see, if the API is executed successfully, then we get the status is the 200, means that this is the okay. But if we get the status is the 400, 404, means that we are not able to get the data from API, right? So for that we set the some errors, or till that period we are using the loading related state. Okay, so here I am going to use the if condition. If response dot status okay or status or response dot okay equal to, first we try to take the okay response dot okay. If this is true, means that now we are able to get the data from API. So that period is just go to the server and get the data from that the API. So till that period the OK value is the false. Okay, so here till that period if we get the OK value is the false, or we are not able to get the OK value is a true, then for that period we set some error as well and we set the loading as well. Okay, so both conditions, so the error is the true and the loading is the false, and we return directly from here, not executed the other lines. If you are not get the OK value is a true, if the OK value is false, then there is no matter to go to the next line. Okay, so there is error. Now go to the next line. We are get the data from the JSON and set the data to the users. Okay. Now one more thing is that after getting the data, okay, means that after fetching the data, okay, so here means that after setting the data, then we set the loading is the false. So here the loading period is finished because we are successfully able to get the data and set to the state. So till that period, after that set loading is false, but till that period set loading is the true. Okay, so here before the list I am using a one condition, if is loading or just loading, if loading is true, then we return loading message. Okay. After that sorry, I think before that return here. If the loading is true, then we get the loading message, but if loading is false, then go to the next return. Let's see what happened. Let me clear everything, save. See, for some time the loading is coming, and after getting the data it displays those the values. See again, no, I think Control Shift R. See, Control or Command Shift R. Okay, so this is the loading, and if you are see the errors, if there is some errors, is error, then we'll see the some message there was some error. Okay, and for that error in catch as well we set the error true here. Okay, let me see Command Shift R, loading, there is no error. Now see, when you use the any invalid API, then on that time there was some error. Okay, so that URL is not available. Loading and data. Fine, I think you are successfully know that how to get the data and how to how to get the data from the API. Okay, now when you click on that the any list then we have an option to create a separate component of the list, pass all the data by props, and when you click on that any list, then we'll see if you want to see the any detail, then we can do it. Okay, so that is the exercise, you can do it. when you convert this code to the different component. Okay, create one more component like the list. So move this code to the another component and pass all those data as a props to that the component and displayed it. And the another exercise is that when you click on that the any user here, this is also redirected to the Git account. This is okay, but when you click on that the any list, it goes to the another page and display the some more details, because we have a lot of other details as well. So let's see, we have other details as well. So then print the some more data, like is it a site admin, then what is the type, what is the URL. If required you can do it, otherwise not necessary. Okay, so I hope guys you like this the video. I just scroll to the top to bottom again. So see, this is the top code. I just slowly go to the down. Okay, you will get all those source code from the Git repository. I already mentioned the link in the description of this video. Please go to it and review the code. Okay, so I hope you guys likes this the video, and on the next video we'll see the another program like the tour project using the useEffect and conditional rendering. This program is also belongs to the conditional rendering. See here. Okay, so if this is happen, then return something. If this is happen, then return something. Otherwise we return this one. Means that depending on that condition we return some message. So this is also part of a conditional rendering. Okay, so please like and subscribe this channel, this video, and for the more update. And in the next video we'll see this project again. This is again we are going to fetch the API and show all those data in properly using some proper CSS styling as well. Okay, so see you on next video. Thank you. Bye bye.